A wooden-topped table was supported on tubular legs, scarred and stained by the years. Her folding wooden chair was hard and unforgiving. 2 empty chairs stood opposite. High up on the wall facing the door, a barred slit of a window opened onto the night lights of the city, almost lost in the fluorescent glare of the strip light on the ceiling. On the wall beyond the empty chairs, a wooden-framed window was blacked out, offering her only a mocking reflection of herself in its darkness. Someone, she was sure, was watching her from the other side of it. Strangely, she felt nothing, as if some narcotic drug had numbed her body and robbed her of her senses. She had expected to cry, but the tears wouldn't come. She gazed at her hands folded on the table in front of her, hands that had touched him, stroked him, loved him. Hands he had held in his, and now they seemed lost, useless, dissociated. She was almost startled when the door opened. A man of around 50 with dyed black hair and a grey, weary face walked briskly into the room carrying a brown briefcase. He wore jeans that were a little too tight for him. His white shirt, tucked in at the waist, stretched across an oddly protuberant belly on an otherwise skinny body. The woman from the square followed him in. She had dispensed with the shawl, and her open-necked blouse revealed a hint of modest cleavage. Her pearl necklace, pencil skirt and high heels seemed distinctly inappropriate, as if she were on a romantic night out with a lover instead of entering a police interview room. Niamh saw now that she was probably only a year or 2 younger than herself, soft shiny hair tumbling around a face that was unlikely to turn heads, but was not unattractive. They sat in the 2 seats opposite Niamh, and the man dropped a modest folder onto the table in front of him. But he didn't open it. He reached down and from his briefcase took out a small digital recorder which he placed beside it. A red light began winking when he pressed a button on one side. Niamh smelled cigarettes off his clothes, and on the stale air that he drew from his lungs and breathed across the table at her. She jumped focus to the faded Défense de Fumée sticker on the wall behind him, then back to the orange nicotine stains on his fingers. As some kind of deflection from dwelling even for one moment on the events of earlier that night, she wondered if they made him stand and smoke outside in the cold and the rain these days. Long gone the smoke-filled interview rooms of old. Then awareness that he was speaking invaded her consciousness. "This is Lieutenant Sylvie Braque," he said, "of the Police Judiciaire, Brigade Criminelle." His English was heavily accented. Niamh's eyes strayed momentarily towards Braque, then back again to the smoker. "I am Commandant Frédéric Martinez of the SDAT. He paused. "You know what that is?" She shook her head. "Sous-Direction Antiterroriste, the Anti-Terrorism Sub-Directorate, also of the Police Judiciaire." For the first time, Niamh was shaken out of her torpor. "Terrorism? You think this was a terrorist attack?" "France is still on high alert, madame, after recent events. Any such incident is regarded as a possible attentat." He paused to draw breath, and Niamh wondered if he wished it was smoke he was sucking into his lungs. "However, there are several reasons why we are looking at other causes, not least because the bomb blast was directed upwards, deliberately aimed at inflicting maximum damage to the occupants of the car." Niamh clenched her teeth to stop her jaw from trembling. Did he not understand that he was talking about her Ruairidh? He appeared oblivious. "A terrorist bomb would have been designed for maximum carnage, sending shrapnel in every direction, in which case you would not have been sitting here tonight. Miraculously, collateral damage has been minimal. No one else was killed." He opened his folder now and scanned the few pages it contained. "We have established that the vehicle did indeed belong to Irina Vetrov, and we have several witnesses who saw both her and your husband getting into it and driving off. What we don't know is why someone put a bomb under it." He raised his eyes towards Niamh, and the question was there in their opaque, milky brown.